Hi, my name is Sarah Spurlock, and I am a math/GPS tutor here in the NASLINT Lab. I will be going over chapter 3, section 2 tonight with you guys, just to give you guys some pointers on homework assignments and maybe help you out if you're having any problems with the assignments I go over. Chapter 3, section 2. It only has about 5 assignment problems on it, and one of those is number 11. If you look on page 218 in your book, number 11 has it has A through N for your problems and solutions. And so I decided not to work that one out, because most of those are just find f of 0 and f minus 6, and which are just like points on the graph and such. One of the things I did want to go over with you guys was some of the other ones you have to work out on page 219. So I'm going to be using the little thing over here for that because I don't want to draw these graphs on the board. Just set this up. Okay, sorry about that confusion. But now that it's set up, we're going to be looking at number 13 in the book. So it says your instructions say determine whether the graph is that of a function by using the vertical line test. If it is, use the graph to find A, the domain and range, B, the intercepts, if any, and C, any symmetry with respect to the x-axis, y-axis, or origin. So we're going to start with 13, and you'll do the pencil test. Take your pen or pencil. This works better with the pencil. Let me grab one. Take your pencil and run it across your graph. If your pencil touches the line twice at the same time, then you know that it is not a function. So for example, my pencil touched right here and right here, and that way I know it is not a function. If it was like, because that would mean that it has two x values that give you two different outputs for y. It means that it has one x value that will give you two different outputs for y, and that determines that it is not a function. Number 17, if you do the same thing with that one, the pencil line test. It crosses the line in two separate spots. It is also not a function. And you'll pretty much just need to do that with all of them. Number 19 is the other one I wanted to point out to you because it is a function, so I'm going to show you how to work out some stuff with that. This is what number 19 looks like. When you do the pencil line test, it only touches the graph each time in one spot. And so first, you'll need to find A, which is the domain and the range. The domains are equal to the x-axis, and y's are going to be things on your y-axis. So your domain is going to, if this was a regular line that continued onwards, it would be 0 to infinity. But since it stops at 3 and it never touches the 0 axis, then your domain is actually going to be 0. It's going to be x is greater than 0, less than 3. Because for this to be the domain on this function, it has to be in between those 2 points. Your range is going to, this is the highest your range goes. This is the highest y value on your graph. So your range for the answer is going to be y is less than 2. Because there are no other, your graph doesn't continue any farther up here. All it does is go down. Okay, part B says find any intercepts if there are any. Intercepts means that it crosses either the x-axis or the y-axis. Since the graph never touches the y-axis, it cannot have an intercept on the y-axis. It does, however, touch the x-axis right here. So that's going to give you the x-intercept. 1, 0. It would look like this when you write it down. Next, we're going to do C, and it says, is there any symmetry with respect to the x-axis, the y-axis, or the origin? Basically, symmetry is what you think of, is it symmetrical? So like on number 15, it's symmetrical on this side looks exactly like this side. So that would be symmetry to the y-axis. So does this have anything like that going on? It does not. So the answer would be no. And this would be your answer for number 19. I'm sorry that most of that was through the book, but I really am not a fan of writing out graphs. So if I can use a book for a graph, probably best to. That plus my handwriting is trash when it comes to writing out graphs, which does not help. Pretty much that's all you needed to know for chapter 3, section 2. It's a very short lesson. He only gave you guys 5 problems to do, and most of them are really easily done. And he doesn't want to put you guys to put a lot of effort into this, because this is something that comes to students usually quicker than others. If you're having any problems with it, then I would contact Mr. Holton and ask him for help with whatever you're having issues with. But besides that, that's all I think you need to know for chapter 3, section 2. Sorry if this video is a bit shorter than my usual videos, but that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and before I forget, if you need to give any feedback, just go ahead and contact us at Success Center at carlalbert.edu. Or if you want to talk to us in person, you can come up to the 3rd floor in the third floor of the OC building, which is the building right across from Bud's. Sorry, I forgot the name of that place. Building right across from Bud's, and just come to the 3rd floor, and it's room 1318 if you want to come in and talk to us. Thank you. Bye.